Many civil engineering firms encounter a growth limit when senior engineers spend too much time on routine drafting and design tasks. This is not due to a lack of talent, but rather the misallocation of highly skilled professionals whose expertise is needed elsewhere. When the most experienced team members are tied up with repetitive work, it becomes a barrier to real progress and innovation. What if that time could be reallocated? Outsourcing is often seen as a solution for cutting costs, but it can also serve as a means to free top engineers for the work that truly drives growth. This video explores how strategic resource allocation can transform what a team is capable of achieving. For many firms, the real turning point comes with a deliberate shift in how senior engineers spend their time, moving away from routine task execution and toward activities that directly create value for the business. The paradox is clear: those most experienced and highly compensated professionals are frequently assigned to repetitive, time-consuming design and drafting work. While these tasks are critical for project delivery, having senior staff focus on them can stifle growth and innovation. The solution often discussed is outsourcing, but this approach is sometimes met with concerns about losing control or sacrificing quality. However, when applied strategically, outsourcing is not just about cost efficiency, it's about unlocking the full potential of the internal team. A practical example of this strategic shift comes from Chris Lovis, president of Lovis Engineering PC. Confronted with the dilemma of balancing everyday production demands and the need for business development, he chose to offload drafting and design work to AXA Engineers. This decision wasn't about reducing expenses, it was about reclaiming time for high-impact activities. As Lovis put it, "I'm really thankful that offloading drafting and design work to AXA has allowed me to focus on winning new projects and building my business." That pivot illustrates a core principle: outsourcing amplifies expertise rather than drains it. Here's how this works in practice. By strategically reallocating routine work, senior engineers gain the capacity to focus on a few key high-value areas. The first is business development. This means identifying new project opportunities, building relationships with potential clients, and developing proposals that highlight the firm's strengths. When senior staff can dedicate themselves to these efforts, they lay the groundwork for a steady pipeline of future work and ensure the firm's continued relevance in a competitive market. Another critical area is client relationship management. Here, senior engineers engage more deeply with clients, understanding their needs, addressing concerns, and ensuring satisfaction throughout the project lifecycle. This ongoing engagement not only increases the likelihood of repeat business, but also enhances the firm's reputation and opens doors to new referrals. Strong client partnerships are often the deciding factor in sustained success, and they require attention that is difficult to provide when internal resources are stretched thin. Freed from the constraints of daily production, senior staff can also focus on high-level project oversight. This involves maintaining project strategy, ensuring quality standards, and managing risk proactively. With more time for oversight, senior engineers can monitor project benchmarks, address emerging issues early, and ensure that deliverables meet both client expectations and regulatory requirements. This attention to detail protects the firm's reputation and profitability. Finally, this reallocation of resources enables investment in internal talent and innovation. Senior engineers can mentor junior staff, offering guidance and training that supports professional growth and strengthens the firm's capabilities over time. At the same time, they are better positioned to research and implement innovative engineering solutions, staying ahead of industry trends and adapting to evolving client needs. This strategic shift from task execution to value creation does more than optimize internal workflows. It positions the firm to take advantage of new opportunities, adapt to changing market demands, and build a resilient, forward-looking organization. As firms recognize the benefits of realigning their most valuable talent, a new question emerges. How can they further extend their expertise and capabilities without incurring prohibitive costs? The ability to rapidly scale up expertise and technological capacity has become a defining factor in the civil engineering sector. The knowledge multiplier effect: gaining expertise through collaboration offers a practical solution for firms aiming to keep pace with industry standards without the burden of substantial upfront investments. For many firms, the primary obstacle is the prohibitive cost of advanced software and the specialized hardware required to support it. Platforms like Autodesk Civil 3D and Revit are now essential for competing on complex projects, but the expense of acquiring licenses and upgrading computing infrastructure can be daunting, especially for small and mid-sized enterprises. This financial barrier separates firms with the resources to invest from those that risk falling behind, narrowing the field of competition and limiting the scope of projects accessible to those unable to make such investments. An alternative path is to partner with an external firm that already possesses the necessary technological infrastructure and expertise. AXA Engineers, for instance, is ranked first in Vietnam for the highest number of Civil 3D licenses in 2023, reflecting a significant concentration of both software assets and skilled professionals. By collaborating with a partner like this, firms can immediately access advanced tools and capabilities without the delays and costs of in-house implementation. Rather than sinking hundreds of thousands into new systems, these advanced capabilities can be accessed as needed, turning a huge capital expense into a flexible operational cost. This partnership is not simply transactional, it is inherently collaborative and educational. When internal teams work alongside external specialists, they are immersed in advanced workflows and modeling techniques that would otherwise require months of training to master. Each deliverable from the external team follows rigorous standards and serves as a hands-on learning template. This approach ensures that every plan, model, and calculation sheet is not just a finished product, but a resource for practical learning and process improvement. Through this process, knowledge transfer becomes a natural outcome of project collaboration. Internal engineers are exposed to standardized documentation and collaborative workflows, gaining a deep understanding of both the methodology and the reasoning behind each technical decision. This is not passive learning. It is an active, project-based masterclass that takes place in real time, within the context of actual project deadlines and objectives. The benefits extend beyond the immediate project. As internal engineers absorb new skills and adapt best practices, these improvements become part of the firm's standard procedures. The technical capability of the entire team rises, making it possible to pursue more complex projects and compete for higher value work. This upskilling process is sustainable and repeatable, allowing the firm to evolve alongside the industry without the pressure of continuous, large-scale training investments. Collaboration with a specialized partner also brings exposure to innovations such as simulation tools and intelligent design workflows, which are increasingly critical for delivering precise, client-focused solutions. Vietnamese outsourcing firms like AXA Engineers have adopted these technologies, ensuring that their clients benefit from the latest advancements without having to invest directly in software or training. This approach not only improves project outcomes but also strengthens client relationships by consistently delivering high-quality, up-to-date solutions. As these collaborative practices become embedded in the firm's workflow, the perception of outsourcing shifts. It is no longer seen as a potential drain on internal expertise, but as a catalyst for growth and a source of competitive advantage. The internal team gains renewed focus and advanced knowledge, positioning the firm for strategic growth in a rapidly changing industry. Strategic outsourcing addresses the core challenge of capacity constraints by enabling the team to regain focus, access specialized knowledge, and achieve sustainable growth. The global civil engineering outsourcing market is projected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 8.5% between 2023 and 2030, reflecting a broad industry shift toward this approach. By partnering with organizations like AXA Engineers, firms benefit from targeted expertise and advanced technology, allowing them to redirect senior talent to higher value work and resolve persistent resource bottlenecks. To turn in-house talent into a true competitive advantage, reach out to AXA Engineers to start a strategic partnership. If this shift reflects ongoing challenges, let the conversation begin by sharing which capability is the highest priority to scale.